Good morning, dear student. I am your English teacher, and today we are going to the same chapter. Yesterday, I told you the summer of the beautiful white horse. Consequently, even though I could see the horse so magnificent, even though I could smell it, I was feeling the smell of the horse. So I could hear it breathing. I was hearing the voice of the sound how a horse take breath. I was so excited. I could not believe the horse had anything to do with my cousin Murad or with me or with any of other members of our family. Asleep or awake, because I knew my cousin Murad could not have uh, bought the horse. He had not sufficient money to buy the horse. And if he could not have bought it, he must have stolen it. He has stolen the horse, and I refuse to believe he had stolen it. No member of the Gargonian family could be a thief. I stared first at my cousin and then I at the horse. There was a pure stillness and humor in each of them, which on the one hand delighted me and on the other frightened me. Murad, I said, where did you steal this horse? I asked to Murad, Murad, where did you buy this horse? How did you get this horse? It was true that he had stolen the horse. Now I was 100% sure that he had stolen the horse. There was no question about it. There was no question about it. He had come to invite me to ride. He had come to invite me for horse riding. Well, it seemed to be stealing a horse for a ride was not the same thing. He was stealing something else. It was the difference between the steal the money or steal the horse. Murad had stolen the horse for horse riding, not for the purpose for selling the horse and to earn the money. Okay, if you are selling the horse, that is called a type of stealing. That is called a type of stealing the horse. Okay, but here he has not stolen the horse for the bad purpose. He had stolen the horse for the good purpose, only for horse riding. After horse riding, he will give back to the horse, to the owner of the horse. Maybe it was not stealing at all. If you were crazy about horses the way my cousin Murad and I were, I was not stealing. It would not be called stealing until we offered to sell the horse. If we sell the horse, at that time it was the punishment. It was the punishable. It would not become stealing until we offer to sell the horse, which of course I knew we would never do. But we will not do like that. We will not sell the horse. We will give back to the owner of the horse after horse riding. Let me put on some clothes. I said, let me put on some clothes. Give me the time for wearing the clothes. All right, he said, but hurry. He said, okay, just wear the clothes. Hurry, come. I leaped into my clothes. I jumped down to the yard from the window and leaped out on the horse behind my cousin. I sat on the back side of the horse. Backside means a backside of the Murad. That year, we lived at the edge of town on Walnut Avenue. Behind our horse was the country, vineyards, orchards, irrigated ditches, and country roads. Now we have started our journey. In less than 3 minutes on were Olive Avenue. In 3 minutes, we had crossed the Olive Avenue, and then the horse began to trot. Now a horse has started the running fast. Horse running was wonderful. He was running very fast. My cousin Murad, who was considered one of the craziest member of our family, began to sing. He started to sing ho ho like this. He was running. He was running with the horse. I mean, he began to roar. Every family has a crazy stick in somewhere, and my cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of the crazy stick in our tribe. He was the craziest person. Who? Murad. Before him was Uncle Khusro, and an enormous man with a powerful head of black. And one of my Uncle Khusro, he is a very powerful head of black hair. He had the black hair and the largest mustache in the San Jacqueline Valley. In the San Jacqueline Valley, nobody have just like the mustache as Uncle Khusro in that area. A man so furious in temper. He was very short-tempered, so irritable, so impatient. He doesn't have the patience that he stop anyone from talking. If anybody talked in front of him, so he does not allow to anybody in front of him. It is no harm, pay no attention. He does not give the pay attention to any second person who is sitting in front of him. That was no matter what anybody happened to be talking about. Once it was his own son Arak running. One day what happened, Arak, who was the son of Uncle Khusro, he comes and say, father was having his mustache trim, and father was sitting on the barber shop and he was trimming his mustache to tell him their house was on fire. Arak said, my father, the house is on fire. This man Khusro sat up in the chair and roared, and he was sitting on the chair and he roared. Roared means shout. It is no harm. It is no harm. No, don't worry. Pay no attention. Second means the house is on fire, but he is saying no, pay no attention. To the barber said, but the boys say your house is on fire. Now barber said to Uncle Khusro, your house is on fire, and why you are not worried? So Khusro roared, enough, it is no harm, I say. My cousin Murad was considered the natural descendant of this man. My cousin Murad, the same descendant of this man. Although Murad's father was Zorab, who was practical and nothing else. The father of Murad, Zorab, who was practical and nothing else. He believed on the practical things. Okay, my dear, we shall continue tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Have an amazing day.